am crazy. But you know what else? I don't give a fuck.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we finally get to read the New Kingdom chapter, which was great, by the way. It felt like quite a long chapter for some reason as I was reading it, and gave us not only information about Ohan's battlefield, but we were given some insight into the most hyped battlefield in my opinion, and that's Yotanwa's battlefield. But we'll talk about that in a minute. First, I want to quickly go over the events of Ohan's field, and right off the bat, this Akakin guy is fucking insane. But I already love his character. He just seems like some crazy as fuck commander that has no clue what he's doing, but that statement couldn't be more wrong. This chapter, he was said to be the most wasted potential in the entire Aku army. He was called a prodigy, and the only reason that he's ranked so low is due to his personality. Now, I assume it's because of how crazy he is, but that may not be the case. It could also boil down to his own personal opinions about his current leaders. I'm not sure how he acts on a normal day of war because this is the first time we've seen him, but today he seemed to be willing to put his own life on the line to get in good standings with Ohan, especially since he knows Ohan will be the head of the family one day and be in the perfect position to repay this debt tenfold. And by him doing this shows me that he has ambition and that he's willing to die for that ambition and so that he can provide for his kids when they grow older, which makes me then question what they mean by the only reason he's still a 1,000 man commander is because of his personality. Because the personality that they demonstrated here, that willingness to die for the pursuit of acknowledgement and clout, like, is pretty much the exact same as Shin or Ohan. Wanting to put your life on the line to increase your standing in the military and your rank, like, that's pretty much what he's doing minus the whole dream aspect, since we didn't really hear too much about his dreams. So if we saw this side of him today, yet they're saying the only reason he never achieves the higher rank is because his personality, it leads me to believe that he's not normally like this. He's not normally this proactive, and that although he's extremely talented, he normally takes a backseat, and maybe that's just because of his own personal view on his current leaders. But hey, that's just my theory on it. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. But either way, I can't deny that he saved Ohan's plan this chapter. Like, it was nearly ruined by Chogun Ryu after he sent a small detachment to go mess with Ohan in hopes of forcing him to disengage and stop the pincer attack. And if it wasn't for Akakin making his move to stop the Shogun Ryu army before they reached Ohan, we wouldn't be in this good of a position right now. And I feel like Ohan's gonna take a leaf out of his father's book after this war ends and recruit Akakin into his own ranks. He's already showing interest in him, and to be honest, I hope he does. It would be amazing if Ohan got another prodigy like himself in his ranks, especially if Ohan truly is the key to unlocking this wasted potential. But bruh, let's talk about the second half of this chapter, because in my opinion, this shit was hype as fuck. Like, the amount of hype and build up we're getting for this Yotanwa and Rozo shit is crazy. And I'm not talking about them clashing personally, I'm talking about all of Yotanwa's forces versus the entirety of the Kwanrong tribe. On the second day, it seems as though Yotanwa is doing way better than the first. Heki says this is due to the fact that they're growing accustomed to the Kwanrong's fighting style, but on the other hand, Rozo and his top subordinates were saying that this is all because they're going easier on them to test them. But I feel like this is a bit of both, because the Kwanrong do now have a firm understanding of the different strengths of Yotanwa's people, which groups are the strongest and the greatest threat, and then you got the other side of the argument where Yotanwa's personal faction has taken out 2 whole tribes in the Kwanrong army. She's getting that recognition from Rozo, and Baijo is getting that recognition from the brothers he clashed with on the first day, who, by the way, aren't just some random fodder in Rozo's army like some people were saying they were. They do actually seem important, and they're not just some random people that Baijo was having trouble against. But on top of all of that, we got Shinsuiju doing some sneaky shit behind the scenes, and it was stated that on the 3rd day, we would see a huge event occur, and the aftermath would weigh heavily on the entire Quinn forces. Like, bruh. The last time we saw an announcement like this, we lost Marco. And this move is said to affect the entire Quinn forces. And it's targeting Heki. Regardless of whether you like Heki or not, this is someone who's been in the story from pretty much day one. I feel like even emotionally, the stakes are a lot higher with this one, so I'm kind of worried. And Yotanwa doesn't really look like she's in a position where she could take a massive blow like losing Heki right now. So it's gonna be amazing to see what's going on with that. Like, I'm just so fucking ready to get some dedicated Yotanwa chapters, whether it's on the second day or the third. Just bring us that hype. By the way, this panel of Yotanwa was fucking dope. Like, she looks like a fucking savage right here. Overall, I'm gonna rate this chapter a 9 out of 10. I feel like we got so much content. We got a brand new character introduced who could be very interesting moving forward. We got some dope setup for the Yotanwa versus Rozo fight. Rozo yet again claiming her as his prey after she took down 2 of their tribes. And we got yet another warning about a huge event that's gonna take place on the 3rd day, which is always hype to see in my opinion because these events never disappoint. So overall, I think this was a really solid chapter. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Based on the comments of my last video, I know a lot of you want to see Yotanwa take an L to Rozo, but don't get your hopes up just yet. Like the video if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already for more of that kingdom greatness, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
1.